Level 1. The Associate. You're a neighborhood kid looking for protection. You grew up watching suited men step into social clubs, while everyone else lowered their voices. You park cars outside smoky back. You carry envelopes between butcher shops and bars. You run espresso cups to tables where older men sit in silence. Nobody calls you by name yet. You make around $200 a week, sometimes just free meals and a promise of safety. If you talk too loud about business, someone pulls you aside and reminds you that silence is survival. That means respect stays far away. That means promotion never comes. Soldiers barely notice you, and made guys treat you like background noise. The feds don't know you yet, but rivals don't fear you either. You stand on cold sidewalks watching who comes and goes, learning faces without asking questions. A senior mutters, "Stay useful and stay quiet." You repeat it like a rule. You are close to power, but you don't belong to it. Old Gambino associates once started the same way. Invisible runners, moving messages nobody else could trace. How do you move up? You take risks nobody else wants, and you never complain when things get hot. Level 2. The Earner. You finally start bringing money to the table. You run sports bets from a cramped office behind a bar. You collect weekly payments from nervous shop owners who avoid eye contact. You move counterfeit goods through busy markets while pretending it's just another day. Cash fills your pockets, but most of it gets kicked up to soldiers and captains above you. You earn around $3,000 to $5,000 a month. Yet it never feels like enough, because every dollar belongs to someone else first. Associates start answering your calls, but made guys still decide your future. Police begin recognizing your face on street cameras, and suddenly you feel hot even during quiet nights. If you hold back money, you're stealing from the family. That means punishment comes fast in public. Debt collectors once disappeared after skimming profits, and everyone remembers those stories. A captain tells you, money makes you valuable, but it also paints a target on your back. Lucchese earners once ran gambling rings that fed entire crews, but many ended up facing federal charges after surveillance built over years. Then one night, during a tense collection run, a captain watches how you handle pressure when a business owner refuses to pay. You stay calm. You don't run. That moment pulls you deeper into a world where loyalty decides everything. Level 3. The Soldier. You're officially made. The ceremony is quiet, private, and final. A small room, a burning card in your hand. You swear loyalty that never expires. Now nobody outside the family can touch you without consequences. You run loan sharking operations from backroom offices. You supervise collections at crowded nightclubs. You sit at tables where serious decisions get made. Associates stand when you walk in. You earn between $10,000 and $20,000 a month, depending on your rackets. But every dollar carries risk. If you disrespect the rules, punishment comes from inside, not outside. That means beatings behind closed doors. That means losing everything overnight. The feds start building files with your photo at the top, watching every meeting, every car ride, every late night sit down. You feel protected, yet more exposed than ever. A senior whispers, being made means your family forever, even when it kills you. Bonanno ceremonies once turned street guys into permanent targets for federal investigations. How do you move higher? You prove you can lead men without losing control when things get hot. Level 4. The Crew Leader. You don't just collect anymore, you command. You organize protection routes across entire neighborhoods. You assign soldiers to settle disputes before they turn violent. You sit in quiet restaurants negotiating territory lines with rival crews. Your phone never stops buzzing. Soldiers wait for your instructions before moving weight or collecting debts. You make around $30,000 a month, sometimes more when business flows strong, but pressure grows heavier. If your crew fails to deliver money, you take the blame first. That means captains question your loyalty. That means rivals test your strength on the street. Surveillance vans sit near your favorite coffee shop, and every stranger feels like an undercover agent. Someone tells you, leadership feels heavier than fear. Colombo crew leaders once controlled entire borough operations while juggling federal investigations behind the scenes. Then one night, federal agents raid one of your biggest rackets, shutting down months of work in minutes. Your reaction decides whether you rise or fall. Level 5. The Caporegent. Your name carries weight now. You attend private meetings with the administration, sitting at tables where millions get discussed, like pocket change. You distribute profits among soldiers, and decide which rackets expand into new territory. Younger members watch every move you make, learning how power actually works. You earn around $70,000 to $100,000 a month through layered operations, most of it hidden through legitimate fronts. But loyalty becomes fragile at this level. If a soldier flips, the feds come straight for you with RICO charges stacked high. That means decades behind bars if the case sticks. Friends start acting different. Phones stay short. Trust disappears quietly. A veteran warns you, the higher you climb, the quieter you move. Genevieve's capos once ran multiple markets while avoiding headlines, knowing silence kept them alive longer. You prove discipline and control. This is level 6. Level 6, the underboss. You're the bridge between street chaos and executive power. You walk into quiet restaurants where captains stand before you instead of beside you. You approve deals worth hundreds of thousands without raising your voice. You assign crews to control territories and settle disputes before they become wars. Lawyers call you first when someone gets pinched. You earn more than $150,000 a month. But most of it stays hidden behind construction companies and cash-heavy businesses. Only the boss outranks you now, and everyone else watches how you move. If a captain fails to kick up, you decide whether he keeps his crew or loses everything. Pressure grows heavier each day. The feds track your cars. Rivals listen for rumors. Even friends start measuring their distance from you. If a war starts under your watch, leadership blames you. That means removal. Sometimes permanent removal. Sleep becomes rare. Every handshake feels like a setup. Someone whispers during a late-night sit-down. Power means smiling while everyone plans your fall. Underbosses in the Gambino family once controlled entire operations while dodging indictments that never stopped coming. You look calm on the outside, but inside you count every risk twice. Then one morning, everything changes. Level 7, the indictment. 6 in the morning. Loud knocks on the door. Federal agents flood the hallway while news cameras wait outside. Phones explode with calls from captains who don't know what to do. The feds hit multiple locations at once. Social clubs, businesses, safe houses, turning years of silence into stacks of evidence. You grab a burner phone and call your lawyer before saying anything else. Papers disappear into shredders. Cash moves through hidden channels. By 6:20 a.m., you're standing in a tailored suit while agents read charges that carry 20 to 30 years. Millions in accounts freeze overnight. The streets go quiet. Everyone feels hot. If one soldier flips, the entire structure collapses. That means conversations from 10 years ago suddenly matter again. You sit in the back of a black car heading toward court, watching cameras flash like gunfire. The captain whispers, "One indictment can erase a lifetime of loyalty." RICO cases once dismantled entire Mafia families because one weak link decided to cooperate. Inside the courtroom, you stay calm. Short answers, no emotion. Lawyers argue while reporters wait for mistakes. Outside, rivals watch to see if you fall. Inside, your own people wonder if you'll survive. Every decision feels heavier than the last. You realize power was never about control. It was about endurance. Then, against the odds, you outlast the first wave of charges. Some cases collapse. Some witnesses disappear into silence. The family regroups quietly, and when the dust settles, the throne no longer feels distant. Level 8. The acting boss. You lead, while others stay in the shadows. Meetings happen in quiet restaurants where nobody says your name out loud. You decide territory disputes with a simple nod. You approve million-dollar operations that move through construction companies and nightlife businesses. Captains wait for your signal before making any move. And soldiers watch every detail of how you speak, how you sit, how you leave a room. Money flows differently now, around $250,000 a month through layered rackets, but you rarely touch it yourself. If leadership questions your authority, internal tension spreads fast. That means whispered conversations. That means loyalty tests you never see coming. The feds still watch, rivals still listen, and even allies keep secrets close. You sleep less. You trust fewer people. Someone tells you during a late-night sit-down, the throne looks powerful until you sit on it. Acting bosses in old Mafia families often ruled quietly, while official leaders stayed distant, carrying the real pressure without the official title. Then one day, the official boss steps back. All eyes turn toward you. This is level 9. Level 9. The boss. You control the family, but freedom feels smaller than ever. You approve promotions, settle internal wars, and direct millions through silent operations that never appear on paper. Captains line up outside your office, waiting for decisions that change their lives. You earn more than $500,000 a month through businesses that look legitimate from the outside. Yet every dollar feels heavier than the last. Nobody above you now. Only the law, rivals, and time itself. If one captain flips, decades of work collapse overnight. That means federal prison. That means headlines that never fade. You remember parking cars outside a social club as a kid nobody noticed. Now strangers lower their voices when you walk past. Family dinners feel staged. Every phone call sounds like a test. A veteran once told you, bosses don't retire. They disappear. Some end behind bars after massive RICO trials. Some fall to quiet assassinations ordered from across the city. Some watch their own crew turn informant to save themselves. You rose from invisible associate to the top of the hierarchy, carrying every risk that came with it. This is the life you chose.